Chapter 1, Final Accounts with Adjustments. First, filling the blanks. First question. Net profit is transferred from profit and loss account to dash account. Answer is capital account. So, the result of the business concern should be transferred to capital account whether it is profit or loss. So, the first question is profit. Net profit is transferred from profit and loss account to capital account. Second question. Closing stock is valued at cost price or dash price, whichever is lower. Answer is market price. So always we have to evaluate the value of closing stock in lowest price. That is the conservatism. That means always playing safer side. So businessman has to record all the assets in lowest value. That is a basic concept. That is a convention. So according to this rule, closing stock is valid cost price or market price, whichever is less. For example, cost price 1 lakh. Market price 90,000 means we have to consider only the market price because the market value is very less. Third one. Outstanding expense are shown on the dash side of the balance sheet. Answer is liabilities side, because the company has to pay, that means the proprietor has to pay to some of the expenses, that is called outstanding expense, payable amount. So outstanding expense is the liability in business point of view. Then fourth one is prepaid expenses are shown on the dash side of the balance sheet. Answer is asset side. Prepaid expenses is asset up to next year, up to usage of that particular expenses. For example, insurance paid 1 lakh, but 90,000 only for current year, remaining 10,000 for next year, means it is asset. Up to that particular 10,000 only asset. So we have to show this 10,000 rupees in balance sheet asset side. So advance expenses, that means prepaid expenses or unexpaid expenses, this is asset. Then fifth one, income accrued but not received will be shown on the dash side of the balance sheet. Answer is asset side of the balance sheet. That means income is ready to receive, but we have to receive that particular income, that is the asset. So this is comes two places. One is profit and loss account credit side as a income, but at the same time income accrued but not received. This is the accumulated income. This is asset. So balance sheet asset side. Then sixth one, income received in advance will be shown on the dash side of the balance sheet. Answer is liability side, because according to accounting period concept, revenue match concept, income received in advance is the liability, because we can record only current year's expenses and current year's income into the profit and loss account. So income received in advance for next year, this is liability up to next year. So balance sheet liability side. Seventh one, interest on capital is debited to dash account. Answer is capital account. Interest on capital is the expense of the business, at the same time income of the proprietor. So interest on capital is debited to capital account. Eighth one, interest on drawings is credited to dash account. Answer is capital account, because interest on drawings is the income of the business, expenses of the proprietor. So interest on drawings is credited to capital account. Ninth one, interest on loan borrowed unpaid is shown on the dash side of the balance sheet. Answer is liabilities side of the balance sheet. So pending interest, payable interest, we borrowed loan. For that purpose, yearly we have to pay interest. That interest is outstanding. That interest is unpaid. So that is liability of the business concern. So balance sheet, liability side. 10th one, depreciation is deducted from the